Hi everyone, a very good evening to all of you who is joining us for our webinar today. My name is Bhavna Dugal and I am here representing the SIUK team. First and foremost, thank you everyone who has joined us for our webinar, welcoming all the students, parents, professors and counselors as well, who actually have taken out time and investing your time during this pandemic. So on that note, few of you may not know what SIUK is and perhaps what we do. So just a quick introduction on SIUK. SIUK is a global organization with its presence spread across 50 countries. We are the official representatives of UK universities. We assist students across the globe to seek admission in the top universities with our premium servicing for Oxford, Russell Group, and other non Russell Group universities. In case you need extra information on our services, requesting everyone to visit our website www.studyinuk.in. And yes, don't forget to subscribe our channel. So on that note, now I would like to introduce our key speakers of the webinar today, Mrs. Michelle and Dr. Monomita Nani from University. Thank you so much for being here today, and we are not able to thank you enough for having you here and helping our students. So SIUK team welcomes you here, and now floor is all yours. So yeah, over to you now.
Thank you, Nidhi and Bhavna. And I'm very happy to be here to provide some key information about Brunel Business School. And I know the objective of this webinar is to link your skills and your learning during your master's program with Brunel, and how you can link that with your future career objectives. So the first thing, let me go to my slide mode, please. Okay, so I'm Monomita. I'm a reader in accounting and finance at Brunel Business School, and I'm also the director of internationalization and exchange coordinator of Brunel Business School. So you will come across different researchers when you join us. So we have excellent researchers with international reputation who are doing emerging research, researching on emerging topics around accounting, marketing, then international business, entrepreneurship, or operations management, or even on organization and AI and other stuffs. So if you join us, you will get an opportunity to work with world-renowned researchers, and they will not only deliver your lecture, but they can be your personal tutor, they can be your project guide, dissertation supervisor. So you will get an opportunity, excellent opportunity to work with this excellent researchers from around the world. And so what you need to know about business school, our PG programs, our PG director is Dr. Rafaela, and then we have 9 programs, and for every program there is a program lead. Like Kevin Liu is for business intelligence and social media, then Naveen is the leader of for MSc accounting and business management. Michael Heller is the program leader for MSc marketing. Graham is also here with us today, and he is the program leader for MSc management. And we have programs on corporate brand management, where Yusra is the program leader. And there are programs on HRM, HR and ER, and Ning Yu would be the program leader. And there is another excellent program called MSc in International Business, where David Bochi is the program leader. And to cope with the recent changes and to see how we can expand the business and what type of knowledges we should get during our training, we also got another MSc program on global supply chain management, and Bezat is the program leader for that specific program. So what are the different programs we are offering? As I said before, that we have 9 postgraduate programs, and we also got the MBA program. And I'm not getting into that detail about MBA program. If you are interested to know more about that, you can contact us anytime, or you can contact the colleagues in India to know more about our MBA program, where we ask for 3 to 5 years work experience. And here, the advantage of studying with Brunel Business School is you will get the opportunity to get accreditation or exemptions from the professional bodies. Like in accounting program, you will have exemption from SEMA and other places. And along with that, we have accreditation by ASSCB, and we are also accredited by AMBA. Along with that, we have small charter business affiliation, and we are also part of the UN global accreditation body. So these professional accreditations comes for marketing, supply chain. In different programs, we have different accreditation, like the Chartered Institute of Marketing for a marketing program, Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply, Chartered Institute of Logistic and Transport, Personal and Development, Chartered Institute of Personal and Development, the Association of AMBA, which I said before, then Chartered Institute of Management Accountant, chartered accountants in England and Wales, and chartered certified accountants. So these are some of our accreditation body. Now, what is the advantage of having those accreditation? That when you go in the job market, you will know that if you when you are looking to be a leader, future leader, that this type of accreditation really matters, because that helps you to get the knowledge from practice, and you can apply your skills that you learn throughout your studies with Brunel, that how you can apply that in practice, because you are more close to the professional bodies, where you are getting trained according to their requirement, and who works very closely with the industry in the for the economic development and for other economic activities. So I'm not getting into that detail about each one of our programs, but these are mostly 1 year full-time programs. And for certain programs, I think Michelle can talk more about that, that we got placement opportunities for some of our short-term and long-term placement opportunities for some of our postgraduate programs. So the usual structure of any MSc program looks like this, that it is of 180 credits, where a big chunk of this credit goes to dissertation, which is a double credit module, which is 60 credits. Then first teaching term, you will get 4 modules of 15 credits, and in second teaching term, there would be another 4 modules of 15 credits. And here also you get an opportunity to select some optional modules according to your future requirement. So how we teach our modules? Typical optional modules are business planning, international management, global diversity management, mobile social media and cloud services, contemporary brand management, marketing communication, business modeling, then HRM in context, issues in employment relation. So you will get an opportunity to select different optional modules, and that will help you to get well trained for the future job market. So we usually get a high a very good feedback from students about their experience with us. And because the main reason is we got a dedicated taught program office who are always there to help every student to find out more details about their program. And then we have personal tutoring system, where you will get assistance from academic staffs beyond your academic issues. And the student experience student support team works almost every day from 9 to 5, and they are dealing with different critical issues like mental health issues or if a student is not able to attend any class, then how, if they are new to a place, what kind of assistance they need. So they are always there to support our students. And we have dedicated weekly office hours for each module. So it is not like you will have only one personal tutor, but you will have dedicated weekly office hours to clarify your doubts from your module leader. And we all are usually located in Eastern Gateway building. Now we all are working from home, but I would like to add here something, that even during this pandemic time, we work so closely. And though we all are working from our home, but we are so well connected, and we are very much concerned about our students well-being, students learning, and whether we can provide, whether we are providing quality education to our students. So we are taking care of all those things remotely. And personally, I don't see any big difference in this physical or online teaching. The only difference I could see, that we all are sitting in our home and in our comfort zone, but the other things remain same. Like we are giving timely feedback, we are organizing the lectures, we are organizing the assessments and the exams, and we are allowing the students to communicate with their peers. And we are always there doing our office hours, doing our support, giving our support to the students. So everything remains same, except that we are not physically present in one place. And we, not only that, that how we should train our students for the future, we are always in touch with the companies and the small businesses, the big businesses. We are volunteering for the local small businesses, and we are constantly in touch with them to find out opportunities for our students, so that they can do life projects, they can gain experience, and they can understand that what kind of changes are expected by the business these days, and how we can provide the required knowledge to our students. And we got the BBS Enterprise Co-Innovate initiative, which is really good. So in brief, I can say that we are working with our local SMEs, small and medium businesses, and along with that, we are also working with big companies, and where we help the students to apply their knowledge to real life problems. And as an entrepreneur, they can actively solve the problems, and that this type of suggestions we are giving to the companies, and they are applying it in practice. So even in some time, when the students are graduating from business school, they are also recruited by these companies in future. So along with that, we also got business life, where that creates unique employability opportunities. And this is the unique employability program, which helps you to blend your academic qualification and employability skills so nicely, that you can have good opportunities to get a job. And even if you are doing your own business, or if you are starting your consulting business, you can learn all those skills during your study with us. So a reminder why you should choose Brunel, because we got award-winning placement service, and Michelle will talk about that. And all of our students have access to first-class coaching, mentoring, and networking. We have links over more than 1,500 companies across all sectors. Our professional mentoring program helps students to improve their employability and gain confidence when they are in the job market. We got graduate entrepreneurship scheme, which allows international students to extend their visa in the UK for up to 2 years and to start a business. And our professional development center was voted the fifth best career services in the country uh, by the Student Heart Survey 2019. So you can understand that we are doing really good about the placement opportunities, and we are doing well for the we are trying to create benefit for the companies, and we are also training the future generation quite well, so that they can cope with all the changes and all the requirements that are asked by the business in practice. And we our students are placed in different good companies around the world, and like to name some of them are Bloomberg, RBS, or AIG. So based on their because they are so well trained during their studies, that they don't need to spend longer time again or take any extra professional support to go to the job market. They can simply jump to the job market, and they can start doing getting good job. And we got lots of students who already got jobs in EY and other good companies, or even they are going to NHS and Santander's banking, then IT sector, then supply chain. You can see everywhere our students are playing an important role. And our recognition, global recognition, is quite good. And we our researchers are doing great work, and which is published in high impact journals. And we are working not only with local businesses, but the researchers are also working with international businesses. And that help us. And some of us are working with the government, local government. So that helps us to create a good picture in front of the world forum, world platform, where Brunel Business School is quite highlighted. And not only from research perspective, but we got students around the world. And it is an international university, where we get students and staffs from different parts of the world. And they are doing great job when they go back. Sometimes they prefer not to stay in the country. So there are good opportunities for you to be part of that world recognized team. And our QS world ranking for 2020 is 42nd in the UK. And we are also 42nd by the Times Higher Education, and 37th in the UK by the Shanghai ranking. And the other rankings are also good. And if you go into different components of those ranking, you will see that in case of student satisfaction, in case of impact building, we are really leading school in the market. So this is the overall ranking of the university. But if you see particularly for the business school, you will see that our ranking is also very good. Though this is not the right time to talk about scholarship, but if you want to know more about the available scholarships for the next academic year, please be in touch with our colleagues in India. And if you want to know more, you can also visit our website to get updated information about the scholarships. So if you are planning to join us next year, this is the right time to look for scholarship information, along with other important information. And with over 3,100 international students from more than 110 countries, we are a very multicultural community. And we work very closely with different international bodies, and discover how different cultures, the students can discover how different cultures could address global issues, and take experiences learned in lectures straight into the workplace. That makes Brunel very different from other business school. And we always keep on celebrating different cultures in Brunel. And Brunel Business School takes a leading role in that whole celebration. So we are having a good campus, and we have accommodation on campus. So you don't need to go out to stay. Sometimes you will definitely get a place to stay within campus. We have banks, we have restaurants, we have coffee shops, so Costa, Starbucks. So we got everything on campus. So you don't need to literally go out of the campus to for your daily necessities. And also we have other facilities like sports park, where you can take care of your health. And there are other facilities also around the campus, which will make you feel like you are in your own place, so you don't need to travel a lot. But location wise, we are in a very good position. So we are very close to Heathrow, and we are also very close from central London, though we are in extreme left, but we are well connected through tubes and other transportation. And you will get guaranteed accommodation if you accept our offer. And there are different types of rooms, so there is something for everyone. So, and if you want to know how we are dealing with the coronavirus situation and what changes we are doing, so please follow our portal, where you will get all the information about support for postgraduate student teaching and assessment updates, then what are the campus services still going on, and how you the travel advice information for prospective students, like when you can start, how long you can defer. So these informations are all there on our portal. And you can also go through some frequently asked questions, and that whether I'm able to give my English test if my consulate is closed, or if I can't go to the British Library, how I will take my English language test. This type of questions are very common during this difficult time, which you will find on our website. So I'm not going through all the questions, but I would strongly recommend that if you follow our portal, you will get answers to almost all of the questions you got at present related to visa, English test, travel, the changes, the way of teaching. So all will be there. And we, the business school, are following whatever instruction the other departments are following. So we are in a really good position. We dealt the situation very nicely, and we are still dealing with the situation. And but we are quite well prepared. And as I said before, that we are not going to compromise our quality of teaching, and we will not compromise any education related things. So it would be really good to know how we are coping, how we are recovering from this difficult situation, and that will help you to take your decision. So you can connect with us on Instagram or Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and if you need any other information, please contact your local our colleagues in India, and we can help you to provide more information if required. Now I will hand over it to Michelle, who is our Director of Employability. She will talk about the employment opportunities if you study with Brunel Business School. Thank you.
Mono, can you stop your sharing screen so that I can take?
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, just give us a couple of minutes to change over.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you, but we can't.
Can you see the screen?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Just give me a minute. Share screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just let me share. Open the slideshow. Better? Can you see? Okay. Oh, okay. Good. Okay, my name is Michelle Cavan. I'm Director of Employability at Brunel Business School, and I'm also responsible for placement. Okay, so I've been asked to talk about the skills required by leaders and managers. So I'd like you to spend 10 seconds to think about the job market today. Okay, I hope that you agree with me that the world has changed and we have to evolve with it. Okay, so the world we live in now is completely driven by technology. Everything we do, from the morning we wake up until we go to sleep. Okay, I don't know about you, but I depend on my iPhone to wake me up. And then probably WhatsApp my friends to discuss where to go for lunch. And for you, you might Zoom your family in a different city. And you can even check your bank balance at the click of a button. So I can go without food for a day, but I can't live without Wi-Fi for 5 minutes. So to me, Wi-Fi is like the air that I breathe. Okay, so this is how dependent we are on technology. Whether you are in a marketing job, you're an accountant, or you're an HR, trust me, you're totally dependent on technology. Okay, so now you see on the slide that I have a list of skills that are most cited by the blue chip employers. I've compiled, well, I've taken this list from the Institute of Student Employers. So they have members like Goldman Sachs, tech firms like Amazon and Google. So you have probably heard of all these skills before. So what I will do is to provide some context to give you examples so that you know what I'm referring to. So take the COVID example. During the lockdown, some companies have no income for 4 months. So when you're running a business, or if you're a manager, you have to have a contingency plan that allows you to survive without income during a crisis. So you need to have the cognitive ability to think quickly, okay? And then you need to be innovative, to think of maybe you can do something new, something different. Never mind about having a positive attitude at all times. You need to learn to manage change, to make decisions quickly, because you can't be pondering away for 3 months and do nothing. You'll be completely broke. And you're not just thinking about yourself. You also have to think about the business and the people you manage. Okay, you need to think outside the box and really be resilient. So I really like to share an example with you about being innovative and thinking outside the box. Now, I actually saw this on LinkedIn a couple of days ago. This person has posted a blog about a couple who own a gin distillery business. And they, during the start of the lockdown, I don't know whether it is the same in India, but in the UK, we ran out of hand sanitizer. So this company actually moved their business to start producing hand sanitizer. So I think this is really innovative thinking. And in the 4 months, they have generated £3 million profit, and they have received £30 million worth of contract. Well, you can see the little prints on the screen, but you probably can't see it very well. That's what he said. You know, that you need to think quickly and quickly change your business, diversify, do whatever you need to do. And I also heard about a printing company near the university. They used to print paper, but when the lockdown started, they started printing face masks, because that is quick thinking. And this is the kind of skills that it is necessary if you're leading a business. Okay. Let me just move on. Okay. So I've been rambling on, so I'll tell you, if you come to Brunel University, how we help you to develop the leadership and managerial skills that you require. So if you, for example, if you study MSc Management, I've chosen this example, but I just realized that the program leader is actually at the meeting. So he will obviously explain a bit more later if you want to ask him questions. So you study about leadership skills, you study about, you know, principle of management. But I can tell you, theories alone cannot fulfill all the needs of becoming a leader. You need experience, okay? Now, Monomita or Dr. Nandi earlier referred to a digital portal called Business Life. Now, this is an employability skills portal that is specifically designed for business school students only. Okay, so in that, I'm sorry that I can't show you it because it will take too much time. You learn about Python coding, Facebook Blueprint. They have the whole suite of marketing digital courses for you to study. And Google Analytics, for example, if you are going into a job in marketing these days, you need to, this search engine optimization is one of the necessary skills that you must have. Now, the good thing about business life is if you have identified a course that you like to do, but it's not on business life, as long as it's not costing thousands of pounds, you can come and talk to me and we reimburse the cost of you studying the module or the course. So that's a really good thing about business life. Okay. Now talking about, I earlier mentioned that theories alone, wouldn't give you the complete skills to become a manager or a leader. Now what we can do is introduce placement, introduce you to do a placement. Now here's a photo of Brunel Business School students at IBM. Okay, these are undergraduate students, I must say, but placement allows you to work on real projects, working with real people, and you learn to speak professionally, you learn to chair meetings, write minutes, like deal with difficult people, and you might not have that opportunity when you're a student. Okay, and there are, well, okay, some of you might think that really, I don't really want to do a placement. Placement is not for me. But there are many avenues for you to gain practical experience. Okay, if placement is not for you, you can always get a part-time job on campus or off campus. We have a job shop on site that they advertise all the part-time jobs. And there are also many activities on campus that you can engage with. For example, the Mba Program is equivalent to the Duke of Edinburgh program. I'm not quite sure if you have that in India. Basically, you do different things like a summer internship, volunteering work, and you get points. So when you graduate, you can either get a bronze certificate, silver, or gold, or you can join the Mba Program. This will allow you to work with students from other departments like computer science, law, or design. And you can also become a student ambassador to help us to promote Brunel to other students, okay? Now, I've just mentioned the different kind of activities you can engage with. If you don't want to do a placement, you can join the student union. Just to let you know that the current student president, Ranjit, he's from India. And the vice president, Vinny, is also from India. So you can think of joining the student union when you are here. Okay. So I'd like to end my presentation by giving you a testimonial from a student. She's from India, she's Christine, but she's an undergraduate, obviously. She studied several years ago and she's now with Capgemini. And she attributes her success with Capgemini to doing a placement at NetApp. I'm not quite sure if you have heard of it, but what I want to say is that we are here to support you as long as you engage with us. Experience can only be gained, but cannot be taught. So if you look around the world leaders today, who do you admire? Think about it, and we are here to offer you the opportunities. Now, before I go, well, if you're interested in doing some more research on what the skills, what kind of skills the employers are looking for, you can find the Institute of Student Employers website, and the address is just ISE, Institute of Student Employers.org.uk. Okay, there are lots of free seminars, webinars you can attend, and you hear all the different employers talking about skills. And there's another organization, which I'll give it to SI UK later, is the International Network of Employers and University Career Service. They also have a lot of free webinars you can attend so that you can talk about, what current recruiters are looking for. So I'd like to end my presentation here. I'll stay with you a bit longer if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to answer them.
Thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome. I'm going to mute myself. Will Nidhi be taking over from now?
Yes, I think Bhavna, you'll be taking over for the questions, right?
Am I audible?
Yeah, we can hear you now. We couldn't hear you before.
Yeah. All right. Thanks. So yeah, our first is there any pharmacy graduate?
No, unfortunately, we do not offer any pharmacy courses at Brunel. However, if you're from a pharmacy background, you could look at courses like Masters of Public Health in our Health Sciences department as a master's degree once you're done with your graduation.
Thank you. Next question is, what procedure to start a new business?
Bhavna, the voice was not very clear, but I think I can see the question. I think, Michelle, this one probably would be for you. What is the procedure to start a new business in the UK, and will the university support my business idea? And a follow-on question is also about what's the procedure to get the entrepreneur visa in the UK?
We have, can you hear me? We have an entrepreneurship hub in the university. So I would suggest that you do it very quickly. When you first arrive, you should start thinking of putting together a business plan, because it's with that business plan that you go to see them and talk to discuss your ideas, and the staff there will have a network of what do they call it? Not investors, as people who are who provide seed fund or something like that, and they will also take your business plan to help you to go to see your bank manager. I assume that you need some money to start your business. So it's a very the well-planned process, but it takes quite a while. So I'll suggest that if you're interested in starting a business, so you really need to meet the staff in the innovation hub very quickly.
So Michelle, could you also tell them, because I know you would have had this experience from your PDC days, how does the new Tier 5 visa, is that the new entrepreneur visa in the UK, or is it Tier 1? What's the new entrepreneur visa in the UK called? There were a couple of changes happening, right?
Yes, they've changed quite a lot. I know that we still run the graduate scheme. They call it GES, Graduate Entrepreneurship Scheme. That's right, for 20 students. But so that is still on, but I'm not entirely clear about the regulations and how to apply.
Yeah.
I suspect that the same people, the entrepreneurship hub, they are responsible for that.
Yeah, I think just to add to this, Pankaj, there is a Tier 5 entrepreneur visa that the UK offers to people who want to start a business. I think they're currently re-evaluating the entry points for that. I think earlier it used to be an investment of 200,000. I think now that's been changed to £50,000. But of course, there are lots of, I would recommend you check out the UKVI website and get some formal information on this. But as a university, if you're studying with us, we would be happy to support you through our Global Entrepreneurship Hub. The next question is from Anita. Moramita, maybe you may want to answer this. Do I have an option to study remotely till the time I receive my visa?
Yes, I think if you follow our coronavirus portal, you will get answer to those type of questions, and we are providing facilities for the incoming students that they can study online. And I think the UK government is saying that if someone is starting in September, they should be in the country by April 2021. So if you are able to come by April, and if you are planning to start this September, and you can follow the semester for the first semester online.
Thank you, Moramita. I'll just add to this, Anita. So basically what Brunel's offering is the dual delivery concept along with blended learning. So dual delivery basically means you can start your course online from wherever in the world, and we will be teaching the course online and face-to-face simultaneously, and you could transition between the two completely as per your convenience. So like Moramita said, to qualify for the graduate immigration route or the 2-year post-study work visa, you need to be in the UK by 6th of April 2021. And if you would want to take the first semester or the first couple of weeks, first couple of days online, you're more than welcome to do so till you have your visa in hand. So we'll be happy to welcome you whenever you're able to come to campus. I'll move on to the next question. Bhavna's having some issues with her internet, so I'm just helping her out. I think Purnima's question is, what is the cost of studying in your institute? So Purnima, I think I'll take this one. Our fee structures range depending on the course you want to study from £15,000 to about £23,000 for an MBA. So you would get our fee structures depending on the course you're interested in studying on our website, which is www.brunel.ac.uk. So thank you for your question. Next question is from Shruti. What are the jobs available for students who have completed a bachelor's in engineering and now want to do MSc management or international business? I think, Michelle, this is a good one for you, and maybe if Graham wants to pitch in.
Sorry, Shivani, can you say that again? The first degree in engineering and?
Yep, and then they want to do their master's in either management or international business.
I think that is a really good choice, because a qualified engineer, if you work as an engineer for a few years, if you haven't got the management skills, it probably will sort of stop your progression. Whereas I can see Graham waiting there to take over the question. Well, I think it is a good choice. I've done that myself. So maybe Graham, would you like to chip in?
We had a German student with an engineering background who successfully completed the MSc management in this last year, and she's gone on to get a really good job with Deutsche Telekom. And if you think about it, that combines the engineering ethos of the company, but also the management skills that she's learned. So I rather like Michelle's reply, actually. I think there is plenty of opportunity for people to treat MSc management as a conversion course. And that doesn't just apply to engineering. We've had students from everything from archaeology to zoology, basically, as background. We are prepared to accept the admission of students from a whole range of backgrounds, irrespective of discipline, provided that they have the academic credibility to assure themselves and to assure us that they stand every chance of successfully completing the degree. And we also have a very good record of success in terms of helping students to progress onto really good management careers in a whole variety of sectors, sizes of business, and also countries. So yeah, I think MSc management at Brunel could be a really good choice for you.
Thanks a lot, Graham. I think this next one would be good to have your input on it as well. Anita is asking, what would be the, Shruti is asking, how do you select applicants? What aspects do you look for in an application?
We're looking for experience and we're looking for ambition, really. It's a combination of what students have done before in terms of their class of degree or equivalent qualification, or for quite a lot of students in terms of their previous experience, perhaps in commerce, perhaps in industry. In aspiration, we're really looking for where they want to go with their degree. I mean, what they want to use it for and what they want to achieve. And I've already mentioned in my previous comment that many students treat us as an advanced higher education level conversion program, enabling them to progress from a particular background, which may be engineering, the example that we were just talking about, onto a management career. But one of the things I would like to mention, just going beyond the question a little bit, is that we have an internal pathway structure within the MSc management, which of course enables students to go even further with that what do we do next issue, by allowing them to specialize in areas like, for example, marketing and branding, technology and innovation management, or alternatively, the creative industries. And Britain, for example, has been, and we hope will continue to be, a very significant and growing global centre for the creative industries, broadly defined. You know, everything from gaming to the fine arts, if you think about it, is creative. For other students, maybe they come from an Indian background, and why not use the MSc in management with a technology and innovation specialism in order to land a really good job back home in Bangalore, which is clearly a hugely important global IT centre, or indeed in Silicon Valley, California. which I suppose makes a third point that for many of our students, the world is literally their oyster. And they have the chance not only to study in an international university based in a foreign country, but to study alongside students from pretty much every continent of the world, to make hugely important contacts for networking purposes, maybe to use a placement to explore the possibility of living and working in yet another country, and then perhaps finishing up in a different country altogether. From the point of view of their full-time career once they've actually finished all of that. So the opportunities are huge, and there's quite a variable geometry of opportunities if you think about it for students to explore.
Thanks a lot, Graham. Bhavna, I suppose you're back, so I'll let you take over.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shivani. Thank you. All right, let's move on to next question. Now this is from Anita. What would be the impact of part-time jobs, as most of the Indian students work part-time in the UK?
Yeah, I can say that even if you are doing part-time job, we always try to organize the lectures very nicely, like within 2 days or 3 days in the week. So you can still focus on your study, and it completely depends on individual that how they will manage their time. If you can manage your time with your work, then you will definitely find opportunity to perform better. And for every module you will see that we mention the personal reading study time, something like that. So that will give you an indication that how many hours you need for each and every module to spend by yourself along with your work, and you can plan accordingly.
Thanks, Monamita. I think the question was more from the perspective of, COVID because of coronavirus. Is it going to be, I think probably Michelle would be able to help. Would students still be able to work part-time? Are there part-time jobs available, on that front, Michelle?
International students are allowed to do 20 hours a week. At this moment, I think it's difficult to judge because we advertise jobs throughout the year. So there are jobs on the jobs board, but sometimes it may be a bit further and students are not willing to travel. So, and it all depends where the student is if you're on campus. So everybody will be looking for on-campus job and the jobs around Uxbridge. So if you're willing to travel a bit further, maybe to London, there will be more jobs.
All right.
Thanks, Michelle.
Yeah, thank you for the answer. Okay, so next question is, are the current students on campus able to do their projects?
So the projects means assignments or the projects related to, so they are doing projects on the dissertation module. So yes, everyone is doing, and if they are January intake, they will submit in March, and the others who started last year, they will submit in September. So they are really doing well, and some of them are working closely with the companies, and they are working on live projects. So the co-innovate projects are still running, and there might be some changes in the hours of working or something like that, but all are doing, and we all are doing our meetings and trainings and supervision as before. So there is no change in running any projects.
That's lovely, Monamita. I think that's really reassuring for students. Like what Monamita said earlier, guys, we are the top priority for Brunel as a university is number one is your health and safety, and second is not to compromise on the quality of experience of teaching or education that you have. You have some fantastic academics that are here on today to support you through that. So I think don't worry about your projects. We will grade you, and we will grade you as strictly as we would if you were on campus.
Yeah. And I would also like to add here something that what I personally felt, because I studied in different countries and I taught in different countries, so I knew how it works. And here also in the UK, I have seen many universities, they were struggling during this coronavirus time, how to conduct the exam and other things. But I feel like the Brunel model was quite sustainable model, and so we managed to deal with this crisis very nicely, and we conducted our exam on time. We released our grades on time, so we were able to do all the activities as we were supposed to do in our face-to-face teaching environment, and we didn't compromise on anything. And I think, and at the same time, we were very sure how to take care of the well-being of the students and staff, how to address all the current issues or current problems going on. So I think we got a very good sustainable model already in place, and we are now tweaking it a little bit to adjust with the changes. So we are in a really good shape, and if you come to study with us, you are with good people and good environment where you can start feeling you are quite safe.
Bhavna, would you want to go to the next question? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. All right. Yeah. Thank you for. And next question is: suppose I recommend my student to join your university for MBA. What is the scope of employment in UK?
Michelle, are you going to answer this?
The thing is, because MBA is next part, MBA is an animal on its own, because they have their own dedicated careers advisor from the PDC. So they have mentors, they have coaches. They are only specific for the MBA students. So I'm actually not invited or privileged to to handle that cohort. So maybe this question should be, I think the best person to answer this question will be the MBA careers advisor.
I can catch up on that. Because I taught
I think we're looking for an experience.
Yeah, I taught in MBA program in the international business module, and what we do, we got lots of good opportunities here because we invite people from industry, so who are giving inputs about what the industry or the companies want. Then we got the executive talk series where the MBA students will get an opportunity to interact with the executives, top executives of different very good companies. We got the Brunel Hive webinar series now going on, and we conduct different events, and we collaborate with local business, and not only local business, even international business. And then you will have the opportunity to work under co-innovate schemes and business life. So all those things will prepare yourself. You can prepare yourself how to perform in the market. And for every module, and I think over summer they got the special skill based training, so where you will get specific skills to go in the market. And on top of that, almost every module got one employability related aspect in that, and every module needs to take some employability skills. And to do that, we work closely with the companies and the industry, so that will definitely create opportunity for you. You will start building up your network, and we take part, we allow our students to take part in different networking events where like I can give you one small example, that there is a company called Arup company who is building these bridges around Heathrow and other places. So we invited the CEO of that company, and when he was there, after his speech, he said that we are now recruiting people, so if you want to discuss some points or if you want to know more, please talk to me. So this kind of opportunity we are creating for the students. So I'm pretty sure that if you are studying with us, you will get the opportunity to know the market very well, where you can place yourself according to your career objectives.
I think that was really nice, Monamita. And I'll just add here, there was an Indian student a couple of years back, I think 2 to 3 years back, Devina, she was from Delhi, and she was doing the MBA with us. And she actually switched on to a tier 2, and she's working in the UK at the moment. So obviously we've got success stories like what Monamita said, I think, and also what Michelle said, that the MBAs have a dedicated mentor and a career coach, because you come with years of experience when you come on to do the MBA with us. So you're dealt with slightly, differently and slightly more professionally because you've got previous experience. So we've got dedicated advisors across at various courses at Brunel that will help you and support you in terms of your career progression in the future. So thank you to both of you for answering that so wonderfully.
Yeah, thank you so much for the answer. And next question is from Aishwarya. Is there any entrance exam to get into the university?
I think that one's for me. Thanks, Aishwarya, for your question. Yes, depending on your English language, previous English language grades, you would need to take the IELTS or the Duolingo or the Brunel English language test or a PTE or a TOEFL to qualify for our English requirement. Apart from that, of course, we look at your academic grades from your undergraduate degree, or if you're a undergraduate student, then obviously from your school. So at the moment, just the English language is what we would look at as an entrance test. For the MBA, for example, there will be a round of interview that would be conducted from the MBA director or the associate director. And yeah, that is it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Next question is, what are the employment prospects for corporate brand management MSc, and what have previous graduates gone on to do?
Well, I've got a lot of good examples of brand management, but I think Shivani studied that because I know two of them are currently working in the UK, one from Brazil and the other one from another South American countries. They're working at the moment after doing a placement. But Shivani, would you like to talk about your course mate or?
Yeah, sure. So I myself studied the MSc Corporate Brand Management at Brunel from 2008 to 2009. Unfortunately, that year we never used to have placements as a part of the course, but fairly recently it was added on. And I think Michelle would share. I think some of the students I hear are working for amazing companies like L'Oreal, Disney. Yeah, I think Michelle, none of my, I don't remember anything from my batch when it's about 13 years ago, but I'm sure you'll be able to share. But yes, I am an alumni of the course. If he's happy to see that question.
Do you remember, is Delphine on the same course as you?
No. I think that was a couple of years later.
Oh, okay, she studied the same course as you. She's at L'Oreal and in the UK. So yeah.
Yeah, I hope that answers your question, Anchal.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. And next question is, what are the other costs apart from fee?
Bhavna, are you there? I think, okay, we probably internet issues. No worries. So the question is, what are the other costs apart from fees and how much it costs? Thanks, Abhi, for your question. I'll take this one. So the university will charge you only your academic tuition fee. And of course, if you want to live on campus, then you will have to pay for your accommodation. Apart from that, we don't have any other additional or surprise fees like you have sometimes in India or in other universities. So I hope that answers your question. Bhavna, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you are audible now. Yeah.
All right. Fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, next question is, what would be a good option or subject to study in Brunel for a master's in management stream if I am keen to look at the entrepreneur visa?
So if you see our list of modules, then let me go back to my slides. So there were a couple of optional modules around entrepreneurship skills. So one is business modeling and simulation in supply chain, and then there would be global diversity management. So this type of modules, and you know what, when you start your program and you are struggling to find out the right optional modules, then the program leader, the module leaders will help you to find the right module for you. And if Graham can add something here.
If you look at the web pages which describe the contents of the MSc management, interestingly enough, two of the core modules, both of which you'll study during your first term if you decide to join the program in autumn, do actually relate very closely to entrepreneurship. One is a module which is actually called entrepreneurship and which introduces you to entrepreneurship as an academic discipline. The leading edge thinking from the major academics in that field, but also with very, very good applications and case study examples. And there's a parallel module called business planning. And business planning is based on students getting together in teams and actually simulating the creation of business plans with small business new ventures in mind. And clearly what we're looking for in that second module is for the spirit of entrepreneurship to very much pervade everything that they try to do. So we're highlighting entrepreneurship as an extremely important core part of the MSc management program. In addition to that, and in addition to what Monamita just very helpfully mentioned, there's also, of course, the possibility of choosing a placement within a small business, for example, where entrepreneurship is key, and also perhaps choosing to write a dissertation focused around the entrepreneurship theme. And as we heard from a couple of colleagues earlier on, the dissertation, of course, accounts for 60 M-level credits out of a total of 180 for the course. Entrepreneurship and business planning as well. So a substantial proportion of your degree could actually be entrepreneurship focused. And that's even without looking at any options.
I think that was really great, Graham. Thank you so much for such a wonderful answer.
Yeah, thank you so much for this answer. And I think this was the last question asked. So let's wrap up the session. And thank you so much for being here, Brunel team. And it was a wonderful and informative session. And thank you everyone out there who were participating in the webinar today. And if there is anything else you would like to add on, like from Brunel, maybe.
Thank you so much, Bhavna, and to Team SI UK for so beautifully organizing this. I think it was seamlessly done. But I think a special thanks to Monamita, Michelle, and Graham, and my colleagues from marketing who also joined in today. But I think without the three main speakers, we wouldn't have been able to make this a success. And special thanks to Bhavna, to you, so wonderfully asking all the questions and being so extremely patient. Yes, anyone else wants to say anything? Michelle, I think you want to say something?
No, I think
it's fun. And most importantly, thank you for everyone who joined in to listen, and for your time, for your wonderful questions. I think some of the questions were really good, very useful, very focused to management and to business, and I think that's great to see. And we will be obviously in touch with SI UK to answer any future questions anyone has. So once again, thank you everyone, and hopefully we will see you on the other side very soon.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.